Good evening, everyone. This will be our last session on the April month's current affairs. Next, we are going to start with the May month's current affairs. Also, আমি কিছুমান poll দিছিলো in our recent in the last few days actually, and it was regarding the static syllabus which we are going to start. Static syllabus also আমি class বিলাক start কৰিম. আমি already polity, geography, history classes কিছুমান already start কৰিছিলো কিছুমান আমাৰ previous course bilagot. Okay, so what we have thought is we will start with either economics and geography, and based on the poll we have decided that we will start with economic static classes right from the basics till the advanced level for all the content related to prelims. This will be specifically for prelims only, and that we are going to start from tomorrow. Kailor pra ami economics class start korim, but the recorded sessions will be only available for our paid candidates. So if you want to access the or unlock the YouTube classes or the YouTube recorded sessions, then you will have to register in the paid course of the Zone IAS, like the practice course that we have released in the last month. And we are only going to provide 3-4 more days, like till 15th approximately, because after a month, since our course has already started and it has already been 1 month, so after that we will not take intakes. We are going to close the admissions for that. All right, so those are two important announcements. Number one, that we are going to start our economics classes tomorrow. So online classes will be free, of course, but recorded classes will not be available, or will be available only for the registered candidates. And second kotha was said that if you want to register, then you have to register before 15th, and we're going to close the sessions after that, admissions after that. All right. Today's class is going to be the last class for the month of April this year, April 2024's current affairs. So I hope you have been revising, and YouTuber last duta session amar upload hua nai, so we are going to upload it by tonight. Kisuman technical problems karone we could not upload the sessions, so apologies for that, and we are going to do it positively by today and tomorrow. We are going to upload all the classes. Okay. All right. So I welcome you back to the current affairs sessions. I hope you're getting an idea about how to study current affairs, and also that the kind of questions that will be coming for competitive exams. ADRE babe already announcement hoise, so and different departmental exams are already going on. So my earnest request to all of you is that apnaloke kindly you can start buckling up for all the departmental exams যোনখিনি আমাৰ pending হৈ আছিলে by August September start হৈ যাব. So kindly যদি আপোনালোকে fill up কৰিছে, then it's high time that you should start revising the current affairs, and make sure that you at least know your current affairs till, if the exam is in September or August, then you should at least know till June and July. Okay, safe side of July, but July যদি নাজানে, then at least June 2024 লৈকে আপোনালোকে current affairs update কৰি ৰাখিব. Tare ভিতৰত April, May, June we will be doing, but the remaining 3-4 months, now that you have got an idea, so you can go back and read it for yourselves also. All right. Jodi mo starting time to call, then you can start somewhere around December 2023, approximately November, December 2023 till June. That is more than enough for current affairs for any departmental exams. Okay. If you are preparing for APSc next year, then April 2024 is the starting time. Beyond that, you may, if you have time, but even if you want to skip, then definitely it is safe to skip any current affairs which is before April 2024 this year. Okay, so you can start preparing from April 2024 if you are APSc aspirants, and that is why we have also designed the course in a manner that you can start or you can cover from April onwards. Okay, all right, so let us quickly cover the current affairs that remains pending for the month of April. There are some chemicals which are known as forever chemicals. Ekhini amar constantly ajikali news thake. Okay, forever chemicals buli kole amar ajikali constant news thake. So what are the chemicals? Etur apnaluke eta, wait, where is my pen? Yes, for this you should at least have a basic definition. They will not ask you very technical chemical definitions, যেহেতু সায়েন্সৰ সাবজেক্ট হয়, but you should know a very basic definition regarding what is exactly a forever chemical. যেতিয়া কোৱেশ্চনটো আহিব তাতে আপোনালোকৰ লিখি দিব which of the following are known as forever chemicals, তাত কেইবাটা কেমিকেলৰ নাম লিখি দিব, যোনটো আপোনালোকৰ হয়তো পেষ্টিচাইডৰ নাম দিব পাৰে, ইনসেক্টিচাইডৰ নাম দিব পাৰে, and those might be very common pesticides or insecticides that you have heard in your day-to-day lives. Okay, So forever chemicals কি হয় basically, these are pre and polyfluoroalkyl substances, PFAS. যদি আপোনালোকৰ full form এইটো যদি মনত নাথাকিও, at least try to remember the acronym, the short form, PFAS. Okay, PFAS is nothing but pre and polyfluoroalkyl substances. যোনখিনি candidates chemistry background হয় বা science background হয় definitely গম পাইছে এইবিলাক কিছুমান আমাৰ organic substances হয়. They are not, they are basically risky in their nature. And why are they called forever chemicals? Because they are synthetic. Now see the keywords. If they ask you এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ কুৱেশ্যনত আপোনালোকৰ MCQs কেনেকৈ বনিব, let me tell you that. Number 1, these are synthetic chemicals. They are found in everyday products, okay, and continue to persist in the environment. They pose health risks like liver damage, hormonal imbalance, fertility issues, cancer. Now what are the keywords? First we said these are synthetic chemicals, okay. Synthetic mane they were not naturally present. For example, jodi apnalko option D diye that these are naturally present compounds which are extracted from plants and herbs, then the option will go wrong. And this is how they are definitely going to make the options. Okay, forever chemicals is a very important topic. This is from mains and prelims. Both, from both point of view, these are very important topics. The forever chemicals. Definition of the first basic concept is these are synthetic chemicals. They are not natural chemicals. Natural or synthetic mane ki hol? Synthetic junkhini ami labot banam. The formula is known. The entire reaction will take place in the laboratory artificially. But natural compounds ki hol? Those compounds, they will be naturally found or naturally be a component of the living system. For example, যদি কয় হালধিৰ পৰা আমি কিবা এক্সট্ৰেক্ট কৰিলো, এক্সট্ৰাকশ্যন ৱৰ্ড ইজ দেয়াৰ. For example, তুলসীৰ পৰা কিবা এক্সট্ৰেক্ট কৰিলো, okay, যেনেকৈ কয় turmeric or haldi or halodi, it has many medicinal properties or it has anti-cancer properties. So যিখিনি products আমি হালধিৰ পৰা ল'ম, যিখিনি আমি components বা chemical components আমি হালধিৰ পৰা এক্সট্ৰেক্ট কৰিম, সেই chemical খিনি সদায় আমি natural components বুলিয়ে কম. Why? Because they are naturally found in haldi. Okay, বা turmeric বা হালধিত আমাৰ naturally পোৱা যায়. এই তেতিয়া আমি সেইখিনি products PFAS বা forever chemicals নধৰো. Okay, second কথাটো হৈছে that they have to be present in the everyday products. For example, if you are using a cream, okay, for example, if you use, for example, paraben sage swali manu mane we know as women that jiman khini amar beauty products thake that paraben free hobo lage. So that's a component, that's a very risky component that is found in beauty products. Okay, so whenever we buy beauty products, we should always go for paraben free, PARABEN. So anyway, so anything, any product, for example, toothpaste hobo pare, for example, soaps hobo pare, then any product that we use daily, okay, any product that we use daily, such products may contain some synthetic chemicals. Why are they important or dangerous? Because they pose risks to both the environment and the humans. Okay, both the environment and the humans a case of liver damage hobo pare, hormonal imbalance, fertility issues, cancer. এই বছৰ আপোনালোকৰ এক্সামত as a simple layman language দিব পাৰে, and mostly এনেকুৱা যেতিয়া এটা টপিক বা এনেকুৱা এটা যদি option থাকে, সেই optionটো usually right হয়. Okay, when they give you a very long statement in which they'll use many components. Okay, so হেতুত in depth knowledge যেহেতু লাগে, and হেতুত যেহেতু আপোনালোকৰ গম পাই candidates বিলাকে যে ইমান in depth নপঢ়ে, so সেই component, সেই MCQ optionটো সদায় googly option হয়. Those options are usually correct. What will be wrong? Where they can catch errors or where they know that the chance of errors will be more. For example, here synthetic, artificial. For example, here they will say they persist in the environment for a short time. They will not pose health risk বুলি কৈ দিব, and last কৈ দিব they cause all the liver damage, hormonal imbalance, fertility issues, etc. So এনেকে যদি আপোনাৰ optionটো আহে, then the correct option will be this one only, the last one. Okay, so I hope you're getting the idea here. In case of forever chemicals বা chemical related যেতিয়া আপনি ইনফরমেশনটা পঢ়ে, যদি কিবা generalized group of chemicals হয়, তাৰ general এটা definition চাই ল'ব. যেনেকৈ আমি digital and in case of IT কৰিছিলো বা in case of science and tech কৰিছিলো, যেতিয়া আপোনালোকে কিবা term এটা পায়, তাৰ basic definition এটা, for example, deep fake, shallow fake, এইবিলাকৰ basic definition you should always know. And keep a mark or keep a note of it in your MCQ. Junkhini apnar current affairs junkhini notes ase tate eta definition right hobo. Similarly, in this case, PFAS or apnaloke eta simple definition ta thoi dibo. These are synthetic chemicals. They pose health risk. They persist in the environment for a very long time. Okay, they are called forever chemicals because they do not easily break down in the environment and can persist for long times. Okay, so forever mane hoise for a very very long time, right? So for a very very long time hole they don't get degraded easily, hekarone bahut time karone thake degraded mane jehetu environment এটা cycle থাকে, whatever creates has also should also be destroyed, like we have taken birth, we will also die, it will be going back to nature. So এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ component যোনখিনি it does not break down over the period of time and they persist in the environment, they are called forever chemicals. Very very important because they are harmful, they are synthetic, and they persist in the environment. Okay, PFAS আপোনালোকে full form টো মনত ৰাখিব, forever chemicals are nothing but is equal to PFAS হয়, that is polyfluoroalkyl substances. Jodi monon nathake, no problem, just remember the acronym. Okay, that acronym thakibo, you can remember that. All right, so this news is done. Let us move on to the next pyra cropping system. Not a very important news, but why I've added this is because of match the column. Match the column at keteba enekwa dhৰণৰ components di দিয়ে, agriculture related, but in case of mains this is a very important topic that ami bahut kini questions or bahut kini answers ami ta reference dibo paro. But from prelims point of view, just remember where is this cropping system originating from. So it is from Orissa. teneke bahut extensive mane yar elaboration nuhure ama ketya, but just for an idea that it's an eco-friendly system. So any system that is eco-friendly, any new method that is eco-friendly, for example Miyawaki ami recently পঢ়িছিলো, তেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ কিছুমান বস্তু আপোনালোকে লিষ্ট এটা বনাই থব, where is the origin, what is the simple line ত হয় কি বুজি থব, তেতিয়া কি হয় whenever the question comes in MCQs you will be given options ত কেতিয়াবা এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ বস্তু এটা সোমাই দিব পাৰে, it may be the right option, it may be the right answer, it may not be the right answer. So at least elimination not je pyra cropping system, you know it's from Orissa ki hoy teneke jani thole you can eliminate that option. Okay, so for that reason you need some extra knowledge in order to eliminate the questions and get your answers correct. Okay, so pyra cropping system, it's in Orissa first of all. Second, it boosts land productivity. These are very simple things. Definitely jodi kiba ta cropping system in news ase, if it is being followed in some place, cropping mane hoise agriculture mane hoise productivity. So productivity high hoise karone definitely etu process ba etu system follow hua hoise. Okay, next is this one, it is eco-friendly. Okay, it uses biofertilizers, biopesticides, they're incorporated. Very simple things, all you can just remember is in 3 keywords: pyra ecosystem, Orissa, and eco-friendly. That's it. You just add up 3 points in your notes and it is more than enough. Okay, so I hope you're clear here. Let's go to the next one, Kesaria stupa. It was in news, so that is why we have added this here. It is the tallest and largest Buddha stupa in the world. It is in East Champaran, Bihar. ইমানখিনি কুৱেশ্যনত কেতিয়াও নাহে, এইটো নিউজৰ পৰা মই জাষ্ট এক্সট্ৰাক্ট কৰি ৰাখিছোঁ so that you get to know art and culture question আহিলে আপোনালোকে কেনেকৈ পঢ়িব লাগে. Usually it is a good idea to keep a note of all the art and culture information. Why? Because there's a definite chance that art and culture or jimanখিনি component ase, they are usually asked in the exams. Okay, so you should make sure that either in any options they might come. These are important current affairs thake apnalokor questions bilak, aru yat use nohole it will definitely help you in your mains exam. So current affairs junkhini component ase, you should keep a note of it. Kesaria stupa, it's the tallest and largest Buddhist stupa in the world. It was in news, so this is the most important news. Ahile apnalokor question yar pra ahibo. Okay, after that 104 feet tall you can remember, but teneke ahar chances kom ase. Chinese travelers Fahin and Huensang, who traveled to India, also mentioned this stupa. Built in 3rd century BC, Mauryan Empire Emperor Ashoka, who was instrumental in spreading Buddhism across the Indian subcontinent. During that time, this particular stupa was formed. Now, out of all of this, enekwa dhৰণৰ যেতিয়া আপোনালোকে news এটা পঢ়িব, that take the most extreme information out of that news. তাৰ মানে if what is the significance of the particular art and culture. যদি suppose চৰাইদেউ মৈদাম বুলি লিখি দিয়ে, চৰাইদেউ মৈদাম বুলি কোৱা যদি এটা নিউজ পঢ়ে, তাত আপোনালোকে গোটেই নিউজটো নোটছ নবনাব for prelims point of view. Just read why that particular art and culture component, বা why that particular monument হওক বা particular cultural heritage সেই বিষয়ে কি কোৱা হৈছে, significance-টো কি. Okay, so সেই মৈদামটোৰ বিষয়ে suppose লিখি দিলে that the particular suppose XYZ Soraida Moidam, for example, here they have been granted UNESCO World Heritage Site tag to Palejiniga. So tenekwa dhonor extreme information to or major information rahibo. তাৰ পিছত তাৰ লগৰ যোনখিনি মানে about নিচিনা এটা পাৰ্টিকুলাৰ নিউজত সদায় তাৰ বিষয় তলত ইফ ইউ সি দ্য ট্ৰেণ্ড বিষয় লিখা থাকিব same in the case of মানে science and techটো first definition লিখা থাকিব তাৰ পিছত what is that particular thing or what is that particular topic তাৰ বিষয়ে দুটা তিনটা প্যাৰাগ্ৰাফ থাকে if it is an editorial দুটামান প্যাৰাগ্ৰাফ থাকিলে যেনিবা but short clipping থাকিলে এটা প্যাৰাগ্ৰাফতে গোটেইখিনি থাকিলে প্ৰথম তিনটা চাৰিটা লাইন হ'ব so the trick here is that whenever you read something like this all you have to do is first read the context secure that particular monument or particular art and culture component is there in the news so hetu first পঢ়ি ললে তাৰ পিছত তাৰ তলত ট্ৰেইলিং খিনি আপোনালোকে এটা ৰিডিং দিলে হ'ল out of that examot একো নাহে okay examot that is just for your knowledge you can just read Kesariya stupa ক'ত আছে Champaran Bihar যেহেতু বুদ্ধিষ্ট হয় so buddhist time কোনটো টাইমত আছিলে um like Fahim, Huensang. These were some Chinese travelers. You'll find in history also. So they mentioned it, but they are not going to ask you about this. Okay. Question at night, this is just for general information. So notes are apnaluke in short, ebla gutekin jodi bhorai diye, তেতিয়া the note will become very long because you will feel like exam ot ekhini uriba but nuhude. In exams, they will not ask you about the description of the particular art and culture topic. They'll just ask you the pinpoint news and pinpoint extreme feature or the significance of the particular art and culture component. Like music, dance, anything. Okay. So I hope you're getting the idea here. If when you read something like this, first you should just remember why it was in news. Okay. And in this case, we just found this much. News or yeah, one more thing. For example, it is being repaired. For example, it is being newly constructed. Tenekwa dhৰণৰ question nahe. Okay, tenekwa dhৰণৰ question nahe. Recently, which of the following monuments were repaired? They will never ask you that. But since it was in news, that becomes current affairs, and that is why the monument itself or the structure itself is important. So, hey, structure or significance, any extreme point, any extreme information, like here it is the tallest and largest Buddhist stupa, and the location, things like that, you can make a note. Okay, am I clear here? Art and culture, I hope news we had not discussed how to make the note. But this is the trick to make the note. Don't describe or don't make notes on the entire setup. Just remember these key few points. Okay. So I hope you remember this. Kesariya Stupa, it is in East Champaran, Bihar, and it's in circular shape. Like I said, and all of this we have just discussed. Okay. Next is Partha Bait. Again, the same thing. So yet to more in fact baki information add to you can go and read the newspaper clipping. It was in many of the news. It Times it was I think Hindu to asile. So Partha Bait, why is it important? Because anything related to Harappan civilization is important. Harappa, I think sobe janu jami, one of the most modern civilizations asile, first civilizations in the Indus Valley, right? History tami puhim etu bostu pisolke cover korim, but for your basic understanding, সভ্যতাৰ নামৰ যোনটো আমাৰ একদম starting point, okay, the most initial point, that is Harappan settlement. So they will just ask you di dibo Partha Bait recently seen in news, where is this? So sob teneke confused ho thakibo je ei bostuto asile ki ba kot asile, but basically it is related to history and Harappa settlement. That is why it is in news, and that is the reason why it also becomes important. Okay, so archaeological excavation reveals 5,200-year-old settlement at Partha Bait in Kutch, Gujarat. So they are going to ask you, Partha Bait, where is this? Which of the following Harappan settlements were recently discovered in Kutch, Gujarat? Any form of question to so here question to monotakibole, just remember these keywords. Okay, they will not ask you the year here. A year to they'll just ask you recently excavation hoise kuntu bisari paise. So Partha Bait is one, and the place is Kutch, Gujarat. Okay, Gujaratot apnar paise Partha Bait. It is near Junakhati and early Harappan necropolis, which is a mass burial site. This they will not ask. But just যদি বহুত ডাঙৰ statement based question কৰি দিয়ে, then they might add up this particular information. Okay, for your understanding. যিহেতু আৰু কেইবাটাও site হ'ব পাৰে all over the year, এনেকুৱা বহুত site বিচাৰি থাকে, but just so that question to specific ho jaye, question to itself, they will mention it like that or create it like that. Which of the following Harappan settlements which was found near Junakhatia is recently found in Kutch, Gujarat? So options they'll give, the answer will be Partha Bait. Okay, but which of these settlements in near Junakhatia, the other way around, that Partha Bait is a new Harappan settlement that was found in Junakhatia. It is present in which state? Gujarat, Assam, so I hope you're getting the idea. Just for the help, just so that specifically he jagatu apnalokor question or you don't get confused with other sites. He karone he bostu specifically dibo pare. Kintu A to bishoy ketiyao question nabone. Question bonibo okol A component. Okay. All right. Next is, yes, this is not very important from prelims or apnalokor A2 question, just tribes related ahibo pare, not exactly from a very generalized perspective. Okay, I'll tell you how you have to prepare for questions like these. Soligus became the first tribal community living inside a tiger reserve to get legal rights to the forest in 2011, and this was recently in news. Some tribes are in news. Okay, keteba thake. So সেই tribes খিনি আমি এটা কৰিম সেই tribes খিনি আপোনালোকে নোট কৰি ৰাখিব কৰ হয় okay that is the most important thing tribe and the origin only those tribes because otherwise we have many tribes যোনখিনি আমাৰ PVTGs থাকে right vulnerable tribal groups সেইখিনি আমাৰ list আছে around 75 are there then we have like so many tribal communities in the entire of our country right so teneke nahe randomly কেতিয়াও teneke নুহুধে okay what they'll ask you is recently jodi if they are in the news they will not ask you the reason also they will not ask you why they were in news they will just ask you which tribe what is the place that's it okay you can go back to previous years question papers that apnaloke dekhiboi blue community hok ba eta to moi ami eta korime he keta community question ahe okay northeast communities question ahe all right so um yes. So I was saying, Soligus tribe, it is an isolated tribal community restricted only to Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. Then this is the question they will form. Okay. All you have to do is in your current affairs notes, just write Soligus, okay, or Sholiga. All of these terms apnaloke rakhibo. Kan tinuna bitor kunuba eta term hulideo pare. Okay. They are also called the children of bamboo. Very important, which is because the word itself means they are the people who originated from bamboo. This they will not ask. But again, jeneke amar etu question dekhisilu that Junakhatia tu as an associated fact, they will help you in solving the question. Here also they'll give you those hints. Okay, this particular tribe, they believe that they have originated from bamboo. This particular tribe, they are also known as the children of bamboo. Which tribe they are referring to? So just so that they help you specifically কিছুমান information হেতুৰ বাবে হয়তো এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ information দিব but এনেকুৱা কেতিয়াও extra কে আপোনালোকৰ question নবনে okay they'll ask you directly which tribe and which place. That is very important. Okay, they were the first community to receive legal rights in the forest. So this was probably in news in the recent times. The entire tribal community itself. So here news to ketia nohude, but all you have to remember is the if they are in news, whatever tribes and communities are you see featured jodi apnaloko dekha pai সেই tribe to or tar origin to apnaloke likhi thabo associated jodi fact kiba ase that also you can keep a note of it just one liner you don't have to go on explaining what happened with them what was the news with them hekhini ketiao nohude okay you just have to collect the minimum information and the maximum probability of that particular information being asked in the exam okay next similarly one more tribe Shompen tribe very important they cast their first votes in the previous or in the recently held Lok Sabha election so again very important Shompen tribe bahut bar ami dekhisu okay we have seen this particular tribe the mention is there options of apnalokor thakibo pare so eliminate koribole at least you should know this particular few tribes okay this Soligas tribe is new in news so even if like I said directly apnalokor question nahibo pare so you should just remember the place from where they originated similarly for Shompen tribe kintu moi kom je this is mostly in news so make sure that you know the origin or you know the like place from where they are from and they are basically from the Great Nicobar Island. Okay, they are from the Great Nicobar Island. You know that Andaman Nicobar bahut tribes ase. Okay, bahut indigenous tribes ase amar who still have a very hardcore tribal way of living. The lifestyle is still untouched and still very raw formatted. It is they have kept their culture and tribal ethnicity. They have kept it intact. Okay, so Andaman and Nicobar Islands or tare bitote Great Nicobar Island specifically. That will likhi apna Andaman Islands kuli. That will be a wrong thing. Okay, that will be the wrong answer. So the exact answer is Great Nicobar Island. So I hope you know this. We will do in geography. Andaman kunkhini, Great Nicobar kunkhini. Those are two different islands. Altogether, they are known as the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Okay, so they for the first time cast their votes in the Lok Sabha elections. They are also a group of, or they form a part of the PVTG. Eblag ami pisote korim. PVTG are basically particularly vulnerable tribal groups. This is a government notified list of 75 tribes. Okay, so those tribes are government notified, and they are considered to be one of the most like biggest tribal heritage or assets of our country. Okay, they belong to the Mongolid group. Ebla question na hai. According to this, Kiman population hetu na hai. They are hunter gatherers. This is an associated information, but then a question na hai. The question that is going to come is directly: which of the following tribes cast votes for the first time in Lok Sabha elections? That is an important thing. And second booster to from where they belong to. So they belong to Great Nicobar Islands. I hope I'm clear here. Okay. So next community is Brew, which is very important. This is because related to the, or আমি usually চাই থাকো এইটো আমাৰ North Eastern information থাকে এইটো. Brew is basically, these are from Tripura. This community is from Tripura, and they also participated in the Lok Sabha election. So that is why these tribal communities are very important. Okay, they are also known as Riangs. They historically inhabited in Mizoram, Tripura, and parts of southern Assam. Although identity wise, ami Tripura boli kom. Jodi apnalokor question ahe, then Brew you go for Tripura only. Okay, jodi ta tinta saita option thakeu, although they historically did inhabit the other countries, but you have to go with the option Tripura. Okay. Next is they are also part of PVTG, and you can go. This can be a like homework for you guys. You can go and read about Brew community. It has a time here to components now. Then it will be a very long discussion, because Brew community itself in the recent times it has been a very heated up topic regarding refugees and human rights and everything. So you can go back, give it a read. But yet, from current affairs point of view, just remember Brew voters. The like recently again first time vote korise jeneke Champagne tribe vote korile, teneke Brew also, they also voted in Tripura, and they are a community that is belonging to the state of Tripura. Okay, baki jodi option apnaloke dekheo, then go for Tripura. That is the first and foremost what do you call this like preference. Okay, next, Article 244 of Indian Constitution. Why is this important? Because recently Diffu constituency 244A constitutional যোনটো আৰ্টিকেল হয় সেইটো ইমপ্লিমেন্ট কৰাৰ ৰিকুৱেষ্ট এটা ইমপ্লিমেন্ট কৰাৰ ডিমান্ড এটা গৈছিলে. Okay, what is 244A? Very important article. So it allows for the creation of an autonomous state within Assam, specifically in the tribal areas such as Karbi Anglong, and this provision, it was added through the 22nd Amendment Act of 1969. It grants specific powers to the autonomous state, including its own legislative or council of ministers. Notably, it provides more autonomy compared to the existing autonomous councils under the 6th schedule by granting control over law and order. Now, বহুত খিনি information হৈ গল. Let me tell you one thing. This is a very relevant topic from polity point of view. Polity যেতিয়া আমি কৰিম তেতিয়া আপোনালোকৰ এইখিনি কম্পোনেন্ট কভাৰ হ'ব. But for a brief idea, let me explain you one thing. Article 244A is nothing but it is basically like a special privilege. Okay, it is a special privilege, and what is it for? It is specifically for Assam. A to মনত ৰাখিব, A for like synonymous with Assam, সেইকাৰণে মনত ৰাখিব. What does it allow? It's a special privilege for creating autonomous states within the country of Assam. State of Assam. Autonomous state. তাৰ মানে autonomous হোৱাৰ লগে লগে, whenever you hear the word autonomous, it would mean that already যিটো আমাৰ গভৰ্ণমেণ্টৰ ষ্টেট গভৰ্ণমেণ্টৰ machinery এটা থাকে, chief minister, council of ministers, governor, that particular system is bypassed in such areas. যেতিয়া আমাৰ autonomous council, I think you all know that আমাৰ autonomous council এনেকুৱা আছে already, Boland হৈ গল, Dima আছে হৈ গল, right? So in that scenario কি হয়, in those areas the particular governors, chief ministers, and these powers are bypassed by their own councils. You can say that, for example, যদি আমি 10 জন মান মানুহ আছো and we are being আমাৰ suppose এজন leader আছে, so out of that সেই 10 জন মানুহৰ ভিতৰত 3 জন এনেকুৱা মানুহ আছে যাৰ নিজৰে ভিতৰত they have formed a community or they have formed a group and they take their own decisions bypassing the decisions of the leader of the 10 people as a whole. Okay, but এনেকুৱা নহয় যে they can discard anything and everything, তেনেকুৱাও নহয়, there are some restrictions of course, but financial matters হওক, তেহেঁতৰ নিজৰ ইলাকাৰ যিমানখিনি traditional rules হওক, all of that, in that case they have an autonomous power. Autonomous মানে নিজস্বতা এটা আছে, they don't have to follow the rule of the state, they have their own. যদি suppose কিবা কাৰৱাই কৰিব আছে, কিবা যদি ক্ৰাইম হৈ গ'ল, কিবা যদি পানিশমেণ্ট হৈ গ'ল, then they can also discuss or also have a say in that, bypassing the generalized system that is being followed in the entire state. Okay, so these are mostly done in tribal areas. আমি general areas বিলাকত এতিয়া ধৰি লওক গুৱাহাটী আছে, যোৰহাট আছে, তাত গৈ পেলাই আপোনালোকে এটা autonomous council বনাব নোৱাৰে. These have to be very huge big tribal areas such as যেনেকে আমাৰ বাক্সা হৈ গ'ল, চিৰাং হৈ গ'ল, কাৰ্বি আংলং হৈ গ'ল. These have to be huge tribal areas, and there particularly you can form, or the region can form, an autonomous council. They can take decisions of their place with respect to their tribal identity, with respect to their tribal ethnicity or tribal rules or case about those communities can work. Okay, so this was mostly it is like I've said that it is specifically for mostly for the tribal areas only. Our diffur amar he jehetu eta constituency of Assamot, and they have demanded for a specific, they have demanded for the implementation of Article 244A. Jeta 244A implement hoye jabo, tar loge loge autonomous state hisabe he particular jagat autonomous council banaw pora power pahi jay. All right, so they grant specific powers. Ekhini ami pohim, we'll do it in the polity part, but here you can see including its own legislature or council of ministers. So I hope you're getting it. যে তেহেঁতৰ যেনেকে আমাৰ state or governor, CM, everything থাকে, এটা machinery আছে, তেহেঁতৰ নিজস্বকেও এইটো machinery বেলেগকে থাকিব. But that does not mean they will not follow the command of the CM here. So CM or say থাকিব, but then they have some significant and specific powers আছে. Okay, and that will be only for their region only. They have an autonomous power, or the autonomy will be only provided to that particular area only. Okay, so we'll do it in depth before, like after when we do the polity part. But for your understanding, amaya just monot rakhibo যে Article 244A Indian Constitution মতে কোনটো particular constituency demand কৰি আছে, that is ডিফু constituency. Okay, although যিহেতু এটো form হোৱা নাই, so ইয়াৰ questions আহাৰ chances কম আছে, but যিহেতু newsত Article 244A mentioned হৈ গ'ল, so the article itself is now important. Since it is in current affairs, so you should know that what is Article 244A. Okay, so ইয়াত দুটা component আপোনালোকে এতিয়া কাৰণে মনত ৰাখিব. প্ৰথম কথা যে Article 244A provides a special privilege. What is the privilege? Creation of an autonomous state. And second বস্তুটো হৈছে ক'ত বনাব পাৰিব? Only in tribal areas. So like that you remember, ইয়াতে আপোনালোকৰ which of the following constituencies have demanded তেনেকে নাহে, বিকজ মই আগতেও কৈছো যদি বস্তুটো এতিয়ালৈকে হোৱা নাই, যদি পাৰ্টিকুলাৰ এটা ইভেন্ট কমপ্লিট হোৱা নাই, তেতিয়া প্ৰচেছৰ কথা কেতিয়াও নাহে. এতিয়া ডিফু কনষ্টিটুৱেঞ্চি ডিমাণ্ড যে কৰিছে সেইটো কোৱেশ্যন কেতিয়াও নাহে, কিন্তু ডিফু কনষ্টিটুৱেঞ্চি কাইলৈ যদি আমাৰ অট'নমাছ ষ্টেট এটা পাই যায় বা অট'নমাছ কাউন্সিল যদি পাই যায়, that will be news. But now it is in demand, now it is going to be a process. এতিয়া আমাৰ সেইটো কোৱেশ্যন নুসুধে. But what will they ask you? The context they'll ask you. Since different constituency key power under বা কেনেকে কি implement কৰি, কোনটো article implement কৰি, constitutional কোনটো ভাগৰ পৰা power extract কৰি পেলাই এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ demand প্লেচ কৰিছে, সেই particular context টো সুধিব. So in this case the context is Article 244A. Okay, so I hope you will remember this. Next, this is a new hikes. This is it notified a new wage rates 3 to 10% hike. So it is varying from state to state. So this is a new news that has been implemented. So you should be aware. First of all, you should be aware of this news that hike hoise amar Manrega, I think sobe jane, job card buli koy je 100 dinor ji amar free employment buli koy, that is provided to uplift the rural employment, right? Berozgari ba unemployment process to ba he particular events to মানে প্ৰহিবিট কৰিবলৈ বা ৰখাবলৈ বা প্ৰিভেন্ট কৰিবলৈ কমাবলৈ গভৰ্ণমেণ্টে এটা বহুত ডাঙৰ ষ্টেপ এটা লৈছিলে, মনৰেগা স্কিম. ওকে, আগতেতো NREG আছিলে, নৰেগা আছিলে, এতিয়া মনৰেগা হৈ গ'ল, মহাত্মা গান্ধী নেশ্যনেল ৰুৰেল এমপ্লয়মেণ্ট গ্যাৰাণ্টি স্কিমছ. ওকে, so I think everyone knows this. Still you can go and give it a read. So the news is that there has been wage rate hikes. Okay, kiman hol ki ho from state to state, that again will be a new news. So jite amar proper news to ahibo, then we can check. Okay, for now you just know that there is a hike. So we'll follow up the news and then we'll get to know. 2026 Commonwealth Games. We are almost coming to the end of our April month's current affairs. So Singapore has decided ito amar keteba ahe, which is the country who's going to host the next Commonwealth Games. So this is important hetu karne. Ito just a general information ta ase, teneke nuhudhe ketiyao extra ke, but they are going to just ask you where is the particular or which country is going to host the 2026 Commonwealth Games. Okay, it originated in 1930. That start was as British Empire Games. Then it evolved, and then last আমাৰ 2010ত আমাৰ India host কৰিছিলে in Delhi, and the most recent games were in Birmingham 2022 last year যোনটো আছিলে, that will not be asked. They are just going to ask you which country is going to host the next ones. তেনেকে আমাৰ সোধে FIFA সুধিব পাৰে, UFA সুধিব পাৰে, স্পৰ্টছ যোনখিনি মেজৰ স্পৰ্টছ আছে, অলিম্পিক্স সুধিব পাৰে, সুধিছে আগতে in fact. So you should know which country is going to host the next particular game. Okay, next particular international যোনটো আমাৰ major games খিনি সেইখিনি আপোনালোকে এটা লিষ্ট বনাব লাগিব. Alright, so we have two more things now. This is a slide that this I borrowed from the internet itself. You can go through the slide, you can go through the internet also for this. So it was shortcut. Actually, these are all those particular places that was in news in the recent times. So current affairs at ki hoy eta this is one of the best tricks of understanding current affairs বা notes banabole etu bahut dhuniya trick eta hoy. Whatever new place that you are seeing in news, tar bishoye kintu question bonar chances beshi thake. They will not ask you something randomly. If you see a news and apuni bhabibo je ei particular jaga to name huna nai, naam he karone huna nai because notun hoy, because recently news ot ahise. And if someone is well aware or well updated with the current affairs, then this person will definitely be able to solve the question. And tar shortest shortcut to hoise enekwa dhoroner map based kisuman apnaloke bonai lobo. Okay, bonabo nalage, just a picture to thoi dile ba print out lepe logote stick kori dile ba nije jodi bonai well and good. So what you do is, for example, we have already done all of these almost all of these we have done in our April months যোনখিনি current affairs তাতে কৰিছো. For example, কেশৰীয়া স্তূপা আমি আজি কৰিছো. Siachen Glacier, if you remember, Operation Meghdut হৈছিলে, তাৰ 40 years হৈছিলে. We have done in one of our news. Okay, a few which you see extra are those which is not important for APC point of view. সেইটো কাৰণে মই নাৰাখা, but still যোনখিনি important আছে সেইখিনি ৰাখা হৈছে আৰু. Then rare butterfly species, আমি এটা butterfly কৰিছো cicada. It is very important for Meghalaya. That is why this is you have to this one is one which you have to take care of. Then we have done the Shompen tribe here. Okay, Pulikat Lake, it was in news. That is why yate bonai thwa ase. So yarpra junita basic important that we have done, that you can extract and you can make a note of it. So you get news like this and this and this. These are not important from APC point of view. What is important is this. Then Tali also you can keep, of course. Cicada is important. Then we have this one, Shompen tribe. Okay. Then we have this one, Gujarat ami ematra korisilu about the Harappan settlement Parta bit. So information like this you can keep a note. Alright, so that will help you in remembering, because বহুত বেছি text আপোনালোকে নোটত নবনাব. আমি already এইখিনি বাৰে বাৰে কৰি আছো. So again and again I'm telling you, just one liners you should create for your current affairs notes and keep on revising them. Similarly, we have international places. For example, we had done Sweden, Artemis records কৰিছিলো আমি. This is important from APC point of view. এইবিলাক তেনেকে important নহয়. Okay, for APC point of view. So junketa important hoy we have done hekhini to apnaloke extract koribo. You don't have to follow this particular, like I said, etu moi netor par loa, internet par loisu. So not necessary that you have to follow something like this as it is. But why I have done this? So that you can at least keep a track of the places that are in news. যেতিয়া আপোনালোকৰ প্লেসেস খিনি মনত থাকিব, world map হক বা Indian map হক, সেই কনটেক্সট তেনেকে থাকে. So we can obviously extract, and যোনখিনি আমাৰ APC point of view পৰা important হয় সেইখিনি আমি যেনেকে কৰি গৈছো already, তেনেকে আপোনালোকে segregate কৰি ল'ব. Not necessary that you have to you have to create all of this information যিমানখিনি news আছে, but because the key to memorize or understand maximum current affairs is by creating mnemonics and also by segregating or making a short note of everything. Okay, you have to do smart study, then reading everything. Okay. Alright, so I think this is all that we have for April month's current affairs. So if you have any doubts regarding the entire April month's current affairs that we have done, you can let me know. I'll keep the chat session open and also the microphone for now. Yes. So if you have, I think now you're getting an idea যে আমি কেনেকে current affairs পঢ়িব লাগে. See, April month's current affairs and approximately 68 to 70 news we have done. And তাৰ পৰা if you just make one liner, তাৰ মানে আপোনাৰ দুটা পেজৰ নোট বনিলে সেইটো. এটা পেজত যদি আপুনি 30টা লাইনো লিখে, বা ধৰি লওক ঠিক আছে 3টা মই ধৰিলো 20টা লাইনো যদি লিখে 3টা পেজৰ নোট বনিলে। তেনেকে যদি আপোনালোকে গোটেই ইয়াৰটো লিখে, and obviously কোনোবা এটা মাহত বেছি থাকিব, কোনোবা এটা মাহত কম থাকিব। সো অন এন এভাৰেজ যদি মই দুটা পেজকেও ধৰো, মানে এখন E4 পেপাৰ, তাৰ মানে কেইটা হ'ল 12টা পেপাৰ। 12খন পেপাৰ মানে 24খন পেজ both side. See, 24 pages only you have to read for current affairs. And instead of that, যেনেকে মই এটা দিস্তা বনাই দিছিলো, এখন কপি বনাই দিছিলো, you don't make notes like that for current affairs. That will be a huge wastage of time. Okay? So I hope you're getting an idea যে current affairs to কৰিব কেনেকে লাগে. Within like last 6 to 7 classes, we have done the entire April month's current affairs. And you already have an idea now that this particular component is being going on in the current scenario. Our bahut etia for now we don't have very I would say catching news teneke nai as of now. Jikhini ase bahut generalized news hoy tar pora amar didibo etu sure, except for the Lok Sabha elections, তাতো আমাৰ question কেতিয়াও নাহে যিহেতু election related questions বা political based questions কেতিয়াও নাহে. So apart from that, we don't have very phenomenally big news in the last 2-3 months. Okay, so the idea is to generate or create notes in a way so that you can revise it over the time, and যাতে আপোনালোকৰ examৰ সময়ত within 10 minutes you can revise the entire notes. That is the idea. Within 10 to 15 minutes you should be able to revise all the subjects. তেনেকে আপোনালোকৰ নোটটো বনাব লাগে. All right then. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. A few doubts have been asked, and if you are done with this, then April month's current affairs are hereby closed and done from our side. Definitely, if you have anything else, then you can keep on adding in your notes. But from APSC point of view, the most relevant ones have been discussed here. Also, one more thing, that we are going to start our economics classes tomorrow. So please try to be on time and join the online sessions, because like I said, the recorded sessions will only be available for the registered candidates. Okay. All right then, keep preparing. All the best, and I will close the session for now. Thank you very much for joining us.